We came to Lake Chelan State Park 6 weeks ago to be camp hosts, and our time is almost up. Part of being a camp host is you can live up here in a beautiful place with beautiful hiking trails. We also got to meet a lot of interesting people, like the diving club. These divers were planting golf balls that were painted for the Easter egg hunt underwater. They appreciated that we let them use our golf cart to put their equipment in the back for the fellow that was disabled so he wouldn't have to carry his 80 plus pounds of equipment up the hill. Here's some pictures of the golf balls, and whoever got the most got a special prize. The dive club also has a Halloween underwater pumpkin contest and a Christmas decorating underwater. This fellow had been a paraplegic and is recovering, but you gotta admire the guy for being out there. It was hard though, he needed lots of help.
Give me a sec here, I'll do my impression of the Michelin Man. Oh yeah. My favorite.
Okay, hold that. I'm gonna take a picture.
And what does that do? Makes you buoyant?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We also met a fellow YouTuber, Real Bill Travel. It doesn't matter how long we've been someplace. When it's time to go, we're always excited. We got to live in this beautiful place for just 25 hours of work together, or 12.5 each week. The campsites are way too close together and like living in a parking lot, so once it got busy, we'd had enough. Everything's blooming now in April. After driving the circumference of the United States over a year and a half, ending in Arizona, and then replacing our stolen trailer and making it back up to Lake Chelan, we were ready for a break, and 6 weeks was fine with us. Blueberry Hill Farms. There's plenty of time to be tourists and visit the local places. In the summer, you can come and pick your own blueberries and have a really good breakfast. The drive is pretty awesome with all the orchards and vineyard. We also took the Lady of the Lake boat to Stehekin, the 50 miles up the Lake of Chelan. We have a link to that wonderful trip. The boat was pretty noisy, but it was a good day. So there's a lot of advantages to being a camp host. When we're in Chelan, we always make sure to stop by the Oaxacan restaurant. It is so good. As we take our last hike through the Little Bear Trail, everything's so much greener. It looks like we did a good job of taking care of the trail. We're ready to go. Usually a month is plenty of time for us. And we're heading first to Wenatchee for a few days before we head to our next position in Lake Wenatchee. It's still in the North Cascades, but just a very different feel. When we camp host, we only stay in state parks where we can stay 30 days. We can stay longer if we want, but 30 days is a good limit for us. And we're ready to move on to the next place, or just not camp host for a while. There's something really healing about spending time in the forest. We feel great now. Everything's really blooming around here. There's flowering trees everywhere.
And the scent's almost overpowering.
Yeah, it's just...
Can't you smell them?
Achoo! The coneflowers are all facing the sun. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. That's something about April in Washington and Oregon is the amazing brittle bush. Maybe we should sit on the sitting log. Can hear the birds. The drive to Chelan turned out to be 40 miles instead of 20 round trip because of the landslide. So we started feeling a little isolated. We had one family from Lopez Island that made several visits to Chelan State Park and needed help a couple times. He happened to be a crab fisherman. One afternoon, they stopped over and dropped us off crab cakes. They even brought a bag of pinko. Yes, they were that good too. The fishermen were so proud of their catch that they had to show us, and then they shared us some of their smoked fish that they had caught. I'm not a big fan of smoked fish, but this was really good. He's wondering what I want, but he doesn't want to move. It's time to go because the place filled up.
We have a full house.
But everybody was good last night.
Yeah. We didn't have to slap anybody.
Not this time.
No.
One thing about leaving is we didn't eat out much the last 6 weeks, so this gave us a chance to go check out a new place. Since we were going to spend a few days in Wenatchee Confluence State Park, it gave us a chance also to stock up on groceries before our next place. We're glad you came along. You'll love our next place. It's a favorite of ours.